What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time being here, welcome. If you're coming back from a previous video, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about my habit tracker and what notebook I use, how I have it set up, and all that good stuff. But this habit tracker might be a little different than everyone else's because starting this month, I'm actually adding to it. I'm just not going to be tracking good habits. I'm going to be tracking bad ones too. The ones that no one talks about, the ones that we hide. And today I'm going to show you how I set this up, why I track what I track, and why it works for me. I've been using the Leuchtturm1917 A5 Grid softcover since April 1st, 2025. This is my first notebook that I've done this with, and I absolutely love. I love the soft cover. I love the paper. I believe it's 80 GSM paper. I love writing with fountain pens, and this handles the ink quite well. There's no bleeding, smudging, or anything like that. But let's get it set up, and we will talk more about this notebook. This notebook goes almost everywhere with me. It goes with me to work, to church. I don't take this one to the gym, and I don't take it to the grocery store. For that, I use a field note. They're small, they fit in the pocket, obviously. I keep track of workouts in here. If I've got to run to the grocery store and I'm at work, my wife texts me, says, hey, can you pick this up on the way home? It goes in there, and that lives in my back pocket. I start each month, well, starting in December, I'm starting this month with the calendar opened up. That way I can track appointment, important date, a video that I'm working on, when I want to post it, when I want to edit it, when I want to film it. I know those are kind of backwards, but that's what goes on the calendar. Next, one of my favorite pages is the gratitude list. On the left side of the page, it's just numbered 1 through 31 or 1 through 30, whatever, however many days there are in the month. It's just a quick one sentence about something that happened that day, something special, something meaningful, something small, something God showed me. Really just anything that you want to remember that day, whether it's your kids did something amazing, your wife went out of her way to do. Now, like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to start tracking bad habits. Everyone tracks good habits, but bad habits, a lot of people avoid that. But honestly, I believe tracking your bad habits will eventually build growth. So that's why I'm tracking both of them starting in December. So now this is where you're going to want to list all your habits you want to track. Like for me, my main important one for the day is reading my Bible. So that will be there. Then my second one will be going to the gym. Intake, 1 gallon. What else did I want to track? I'm going to start reading this year, or in December. I'm reading just a regular book or a self-help book, some kind of book. Walking at least 10K steps a day, 10,000 steps a day, because that seems to be a good round number, right? That's what everybody's been doing. So now, those are the good habits that I want to track. The bad habits, I'm going to go ahead and put in red. That way they stand out. The top one, and this used to be embarrassing, and you know, it's not. So many people are addicted to this, and so we're going to track pornography. I've struggled with it personally, and this is the first time saying it on a video since I was about 12. It's a whole another story. We can dive into that story if that's something y'all would be interested in. If not, if you're addicted, I feel you. I know your pain. I know your struggle. But man, just confess it. If we don't confess it, then it's just going to grow. The Bible tells us to confess our sins to one another so that we may be healed. In James 5:16. We also need to expose the darkness. If you bring it into the light, yeah, it might be really uncomfortable for you. And it's probably going to be really uncomfortable. This is really uncomfortable, just this little bit of talking about it. But the hardest thing that I ever had to do was confess it to my wife. And I did that years ago. And we made it through it. And I still struggle with it today. It's a very hard thing to get over. But man, just reach out to your friends, your family, your significant other, your church if you go to church, God, and just pray about it. So yeah, I'm going to be tracking that. And then honestly, I've got a huge addiction to coffee here lately. I don't know why, but I've been drinking coffee. Like I'll make a big cup to take with me to the office in the morning, and then when I get home, I'll have another 3 cups of coffee. I've been drinking coffee at 9 o'clock at night when I need to be going to bed, and I'm not sleeping. So apparently that is a problem now. So I'm going to be tracking this. So no coffee afternoon is my goal. This is like the weekend, and you know, it's not real imperative that I go to bed early. And then doom scrolling on social media. I think everyone can agree that social media is a huge time suck. I'm scared to look at my phone and see how many hours a day I spend on my phone on social media. So we're just not going to go there. But I know it's a problem. You know it's a problem. We all have the problem. So yeah, I'm going to track it, and I'm going to try to spend less time on social media. And see, now we're going to fill in these blocks. So we can use check marks or squiggly lines or color it completely in, or however you want to do it. So with the power of editing, I will show you the completed process when I'm done. So you don't have to sit here and watch me draw a whole bunch of little boxes and stuff. Of course, I will show you a completed one from, you know, my first month back in April. Let you see what it looks like filled out completely. It is one thing that I have grown to look forward to doing each and every day. There's just something about putting pen to paper, something about writing on paper, and the more that you use it, like this field notes, the more that you use it, the more it patinas. It gets creases and tears in it, and you can't get that out of an iPad. Like I said, day one, if I read my Bible, I'll get the green pen and it gets colored in green, or a green check mark, or whatever it is. The next graph I'm going to draw is my sleep tracker. Now I don't sleep a lot. I'm looking to change that. So I'm just going to start at 10 hours as being the most sleep that I'll probably ever get in a day or in a night, and go down from there. And I think probably 4 will probably be the least amount of sleep that I get. Hopefully that'll be the least amount of sleep that I get. And I'll show you what a completed sleep chart looks like when I'm done with this. This is the hours of sleep that I get every night, or that I'm hoping to get every night. And then this is the day of the month. Now, like most graphs, you know, would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 going from left to right, but I wanted to go from right to left, or from top to bottom, however you want to look at this, because I want day 1 to correlate over here with the habits that I tracked, and then what was written on my gratitude list over here. I hope that makes sense. It's just the way that I've done it in the past, and it works for me. So that's sleep tracking. And then over here, I'll make a column for my weights. And that's real easy. I mean, it's the day of the month again. So, and like I was saying, I'll just draw some lines in here. Just keep things a little nice and neat. I mean, this is pretty tedious work to do, but it takes me about 20-30 minutes or so to do all this, and then I'm done for the month. And just like that, we have a filled out habit tracker. We have our gratitude page over here. So for the next 30 pages, I take 1 page a day and I write about what happened that day, whether it's good, bad, whatever, just to get the thoughts out of my head onto paper. I'll write about half a page in the morning, and then I'll save the other half for in the evening, right before bed. I will sit down and write about my day. So here's a flip through of my journal process, and it doesn't have to be the whole page. It can be a little bit of a page. There's a couple pages that, you know, I filled out 4 or 5 lines, and that was it for the day. So here is the gratitude list. You know, like right here, I just wrote, enjoyed the day, just relaxing. Nothing special really happened that day. I just got to stay at home and relax that day. So it could be anything, like you took your first step like I am right now, recording a video. So you can write that down on a day. Recorded a video for the day. Here's what the habit tracker looks like for the month of April. As you can see, I did not have a good time reading or going to the gym. I did okay with steps. I did okay. No, I didn't even do okay with water. I hardly drank half a gallon of water every day. That's sad. Coffee, I did decent. Social media, I'd been tracking social media, just not as much. I didn't put that much effort into staying off of it. So again, the red are the days that I completely failed that. The yellow or orange color is I did okay. And then green is I completed that task, or I did it, or whatever it is. And then this month I was tracking spending. So there was a lot of days that I didn't hardly spend any money. And then here's my sleep tracking. Big spikes are obviously going to be the weekend. These lower ones are, I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. So if I don't go to bed super early, I don't get a whole lot of sleep. And then August 1st, I weighed 208.8 pounds. I ended the month at 204.8. So I lost 4 pounds in the month of April. And then just the journal. Like I said, just writing about my day, what's frustrating me, what's going good, bad. It doesn't matter. Just put your thoughts on paper, people. It's helped me. And see, then here, this June 15th, Father's Day. For all you dads out there, my daughter made me this card. She makes us birthday cards and like Mother's Day, Father's Day cards every year, and I save them. So this gets to live in here. So one day later on in life, when she's older and I'm gone, she'll see that. She'll remember that she made me this card and that it was that special that it's stuck here in this book for the rest of my life. So that's kind of neat. Like I was saying, I take the field notes with me everywhere. Because I'm not going to lug this around with my notebook cover and 10 pens. But speaking of that, the pen, my everyday carry pen. Now I love my TWSBI Echo pens, but this pen is a Big Idea design titanium fountain pen. It's pocketable. It's got a clip on it, so it'll clip into your pocket real well. It's got an extra fine nib, but this pen will last me forever. It doesn't hold a whole lot of ink because of its size, which is nice. It's not bad. Well, obviously I got to fill it up, but it's got a quick O converter on it. Yeah, I would definitely check out these pens. I want to get another pen. I want to get a brass pen, but this is my everyday carry pen. It goes with me everywhere with this notebook. If this interests you, if there's anything in this video that you see that you might have questions about, leave them down below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If there's something in my setup that you want me to make another video on, let me know. I'll make it. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next week.